So we're gonna be finishing up the valve cover and putting all the oil back in the car, and pretty much doing the rest of what it takes to get the car started again. Because we started with the oil pan and the oil cooler and all that. So I thought I finished making a video of how to do the rest, just to get the top end right. So I'll show you what I did with the valve covers. So these are the valve covers that I had. This is the one I started with, and I wanted to change up the design. This one, I don't know what the hell happened to this. I took aircraft remover, put it on it, and this is the result. You know, I've followed every instruction I found on YouTube, people's help, everything. This thing was nice looking when I first got it. I don't know what the hell happened to it and why it turned out like this. I don't know if there's a coating on it. I don't know. So I went ahead and grabbed a brand new one from the junkyard. No, not brand new, but used from the junkyard. Cleaned it up with degreaser. Got all the dirt, everything off it. And once you do that, you take a primer, you know, basically what everybody does to them. And then this was the result, which I like this result the best. This one actually has a clear coat on top. You know, I took my time and did it right. Put all the stickers on it. But just make sure that you take a wire brush. I got a little one inside, but this one will work too. And scrape out, because some people use, you know, gasket maker on the inside and they fuck it all up. But yeah, just scrape it all off, degrease it. Once you degrease it, lay your primer down, you know, then your colors, if you want to make a design, tape it all off, you know, basic shit that you already know how to do. Alright, so you see all this gunk and stuff all around the seams right here? You want to go ahead and remove that. You want to have the shiniest flat surface that you can before you stick on the new valve cover. You got to get rid of all this crap. I'll probably hit it with a wire brush. But just to make sure, you really should do this. You should cover this all up when you do it, so make sure nothing falls inside it. But yeah, once I get that done, I'll show you the rest. So you can buy these at any auto parts store, a couple bucks. They're just brushes. But just go ahead, you know, try to get as much of this crap off as you can. Especially if this is your first time doing your valve cover. Because a lot of times when you get your car, everybody's neglected all this stuff. And, you know, just keep scrubbing until it comes clean. But as soon as I get that done, I'll show you the rest. Okay, so once you've went ahead and cleaned all that up, you know, made it as shiny as you could. There's a couple of spots that I can't get. You know, you can get it, scrape it down with a flathead or something. I use Felpro. You know, I always thought they were the best. Those have actually been sitting in brake fluid for actually a while, a couple weeks. But don't push down on these all the way. Just do it just a tiny bit, because you want a tight seal when you put your valve cover back on. Just put them on just barely. When you push down on the valve cover, it's gonna push it down with the valve cover. So just go ahead and set it like that. Then move all this crap. If I had a camera holder with a tripod, this would be so much easier. you want to go ahead and just put that in. It lines up correctly, it goes in there perfectly. You can tell what side to use and what not. There's these little tabs right here, see? So obviously you would stick these inwards. But I'll go ahead and get that done. So I went ahead and got it in there. It does have to go in a certain way. If this was 180 this way, then you would have to turn it back around. Like, the valve cover is not perfectly symmetrical, so it's got to go in a certain way. So it doesn't look like it's going to fit the first time you put it in. Just flip it around 180, not this way, but that way, 180, and then it'll go in there. Because you'll see these little tabs at the bottom that fit in here. But I don't know if I can do this without setting my phone down. Probably not. I'm sorry. Okay, so literally that took 2 seconds. Just drop the phone for 2 seconds to do that. Just make sure that you got everything out of the way when you put it on. And you can see, I don't know if it'll focus, but yeah, you can see the blue, the spark plug gaskets right in here. Just kind of, when I put it on, I just pressed down a little bit, and that created that tight seal right here. Okay, and then all you do is put the screws back in, but you got to do it in a certain order so you don't warp the valve cover. So I'll do that. Can't show you because obviously I don't have 3 hands. But you do up here, this one, this one, this one, this one. It's always in a crisscross pattern. So, luckily there's only 6 here, so that's pretty easy to remember. But once you do that, you just slowly tighten it in. Then you torque it down to spec. I think the spec was like 8 pounds, something like that. But, yeah. So, let me get that done, and I'll continue. Okay, so I gotta go to the parts store and get a adapter for my torque wrench. The guy stole all my tools. Really, he fucked me, bad. He stole everything. So I gotta go buy new adapters. I gotta get a new O2 sensor puller. Bunch of other crap. But, basically, you already know how to do, the spark plugs, the coil packs. These are OBX coil packs. I dressed these up myself. It's an OBX sticker. Goes in SO. Got a new PCV valve. The way that you can tell your old one is bad, if you hear it rattle, that means it's good. It means it's free, it's not restricting, it's still good. This one, my other one was a little gunked up. So all you need is use a 9/16 to pull it off. But it goes to this one. Got a new hose for it. Basically goes in this way. Tighten it up a little bit. Bam. So it looks good. So you already know how to put everything back together. I guess I'm gonna go to the auto parts store real quick, get that adapter, and so I can torque down and try to get this bitch running today. Okay, so got it all down. These screws right here, you have to tighten them down to 2.5 foot-pounds, and just remember going in sequence. So here, 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 and then here, and then just repeat it with the torque wrench. These zip ties, my little back pieces right here that screw on fell off, so I'm going to cut these. It takes 4.5 gallons, or quarts, my bad, 4.5 quarts. A little bit extra if you got an oil cooler. Might as well just put the whole 5 if you got an oil cooler, and then recheck it. I am not going to start it right now because it's about to rain, and I want to get some shinier bolts for my header. So I'm going to replace those rusted ass bolts, and then I'll add oil and then start it. But yeah, that's what she looks like. And I'll make a ending video once I'm done with